Welcome back to Fallingfoxgaming, everybody. I am your host Blaine, and today we're picking up exactly where we left off in Kenshi. Now, we have been ambushed by several different creatures in several different fights all in a row, and we are currently faced with a Skimmer. Now, this could be a very bad fight. We may lose everyone here, to be honest. Our three main fighters are up front, and we're going to try and circle this thing and then fight it. But because the bone dogs are still behind us fighting, I don't know how well the slaves are going to handle that situation. Now, we do have new, along with the other couple more veteran units, I guess you can call them. They're not really veterans. They're still very low stats, attempting to kind of hinder the bone dog, but I honestly don't know how well that's going to go. Now, I'm going to have to kind of play blind eye to the bone dog because the Skimmer requires all of our attention. We need to get Fox in defensive mode here. Can he block? Yeah, we're gonna have to make him block. I think that's the best way to do this. It'll add some defense to him. I don't know if it'll help though, honestly. God, things still hit so hard. If we can get maybe X16 to taunt this thing. I haven't used taunt very much, but I know that it does work pretty good for some of the higher units. So it looks like we got the bone dog down, which is good. We're going to take the food off it and stuff right away so that way it kills it. And then we're just going to try and focus on the Skimmer. And it's not going down as fast as I would like it to. Now, as I was saying, if we can have, I think X16, if we have him taunt it, that might actually save some of the damage it may inflict on other people. Man, I cannot believe Fox is still up, actually. He's actually doing a pretty good job avoiding some of the blows. Now it looks like it's getting weak. I see blood showing up all over it. Taunt for X16. Sorry, a little frantic. Okay, and it is down. Oh, no, but still up, I think. I'm not sure. Come on, it's got to be getting really close. And what? Well, there it goes. Whee! Oh, why is it going so far away? We'll go have X16 loot the Skimmer body. And then we're going to head on out. Our people are healed up as best we can. We bandage them up really quick here. And we head on out. Now, we do have people that are going pretty slow, so we are carrying a person. And then we're trying to avoid this big fire blast. I really don't know if we can actually get around the Venge's fire blasts. I thought that it was going to stop in the immediate area, but it seems to kind of extend out a little bit from there too, so it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, we have people that are down in like the single digits for some of their health, so we really do need to find a place to rest or perhaps just camp out somewhere. Honestly, I'm not sure at the moment. We still have a long way to go. We went from having nothing going on to like everything all at once. Discovered way station. What's that? Okay, so there's a way station right there. Now, way stations are usually friendly, and I can see it in the distance there. Alright, so skipping forward a little bit just because the trip was uneventful. We do seem to have a building with, looks like a bar. I think that's a bar right there. Yeah, so I think that we're going to head in. I can't imagine that they are going to be hostile, seeing as they're labeled as a way station. Unless they're another hidden faction thing, I think we're in good shape. I was going to go in with just Fox, but with it being dark out here, there are some things crawling around. I did see another Skimmer floating around nearby, and I actually saw some slavers, and I don't want to get caught up with that. So we're going to head on inside with our full group. And I don't see any guards. That's a good sign. Well, I don't know if it's a good sign, but it's a sign that they might not attack us anyways. See, just head on in. No one's attacking us. That is always a good sign. So we have a repair place, which is awesome. That's a mechanic place, a ruined building, and a bar. All right, perfect. So we're going to pause here for a second, and I'm going to check to see if anybody will join us and if we can rent some beds, and then I will catch up with you guys. So after a nice long rest, Fox and the crew meet outside the gate in preparation to head to Hub. So we have three new companions. We have Ryoko and Kamari, who are both Scorchlanders, and then we have Kaival, who is a Shek. But we're going to head out because we have wasted enough time in this general region. staying the night is actually not something that we're used to, and we actually stayed here a couple days. So here we are approaching the Deadlands. I am hoping that that fire blast does not actually come through here because I'm getting kind of sick of seeing them. They were cool at first, now they're just kind of scary because eventually one of them's going to spawn on top of us and wipe us out or whatever it does. Hey, what's that? Was that one of those big spider things? No. Okay, I can't click on it, so it must be destroyed. Okay, so I know that they do have these things, these like spider robot things, and usually they're inactive and you can't do anything with them, but sometimes they're up and they are very, very deadly. So clicking around here, it doesn't look like I can click on any of them, so we're gonna go ahead and ignore them for now. So as we're moving into the area, there's no movement whatsoever. I stayed here for a few minutes and just kind of looked around and there's nothing. So we're just gonna head on through and hope that everything just goes smoothly. Now, I do see a couple things moving in the distance, but I think they're just like, I think there was a beak thing that was running around. And then I saw a skeleton at some point, but I'm not sure where he went to because he kind of matches the terrain, so I lost him. How dumb. Raining now. Acid rain, it burns. Wait. My stats are lowering. Wait a minute. We're actually taking real damage from that rain. That rain is actually hurting our people. Okay, so we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here in any direction we can go. Let's see. Any direction we can go. Where can we go? We might just head anywhere. To Shem? Anywhere else? Okay, yeah, so here's that beak thing, but we need to head around him, so, oh man, this is dumb. So yeah, so this rain is actually ticking away at our health, and that beak thing is getting awfully close. At this level, at this rate, I think we could take the beak thing. I'm not super worried about it, but if it attacks like any of the ex-slaves, they might just drop immediately, so we need to be careful. Now we're heading down into Shem. We're trying to get to Shem, but I think we're going to end up in the Venge first, which sucks. Let's see. Just keep on going. Avoid the lightning. Keep on going. Alright, okay, so it looks like we're in the clear. Wow, that was not expected. I didn't think that we were going to start losing health from rain, but that's okay. It is what it is. So we're going to head directly towards this firebolt, because why not? It's actually the clearer area, and I think I'd prefer that over the acid rain. Now, it looks like we healed up from the acid rain pretty quickly, so I guess as long as you're not in it, it's not so bad. We actually got through it really fast. I did the times, like the max speed thing, and I just kind of ran through it, and we don't really seem to have any lasting effects from it, so that's good. Though we do find ourselves in the Venge, and I think we're going to have to scoot on over to Shem. So let's try and find a path that way. Alright, so here we are with more people. Yay! We got a couple new people joining us. Yeah, that was kind of an interesting place. They seemed to want to get out of there really fast. Everyone around was just kind of really snobby, so it seems like that was more of a place where you don't hang out at. You just kind of stop in and leave as soon as you possibly can. So we will count that as a win and continue on. Alright, so in the top right corner you can see we found an old Holy Nation military outpost, it says. It looks like it's abandoned, so I'm not going to head up there right now, but just for note that it's there. And then we're actually coming up on a way station, so let's hope we can find some cool stuff there. It's been a while since I've seen pretty much anything, so I'll take anything at this point in time. I've been traveling for probably like half hour in game, and there's been pretty much nothing. We've been going pretty slow. I will admit that we've been traveling very slow because I don't want to get ambushed by anything out here, because I know that the Holy Nation can technically wander down this general direction and they would immediately attack us and they would wipe us pretty much off the face of the planet. So we're just gonna head on up to this way station here and see if we can find anything cool. As I said before, the way stations tend to be neutral areas, so they're really good supply areas, resupply areas, and they usually have a mechanic place too, which is nice for if you have any of the skeleton robots. They can lay on the bed there and repair their stats, and sometimes they have prosthetics there as well in case you lose limbs. So yay to that. And they do have a bar. That is an excellent sign for us. Alright, so we'll send Fox in first. take a look around. It looks like they do have a mechanic shop here, and yeah, they got a couple guards up here on crossbows. So that's pretty cool. Good to know that tech hunters are still in this general part of the world. They are pretty awesome. Over here is a robotics shop, I think. Yeah, robotics workshop. So that's where you can go to repair skeleton robots and whatnot. And then, of course, the tavern. So this is the best place that we can probably find out here, and we're going to try and look around to see if anybody wants to join us. So we will welcome Dirt and Z44 to the group. Now, Dirt is another Scorchlander, and Z44 is another robot skeleton, and they are going to be a great addition. Now, there's no one else really that wanted to join us, but that's alright. So we're going to head up to the kind of center of the border zone here, because that's where I think the hub actually is located. So we're going to head on up that way now. I did a tiny bit of scouting around while I was like waiting for the daytime to come, and I didn't really see anything, so I'm not expecting to run into anything along the way. So I'm hoping this will be a nice short trip. As the group camps for the evening, Fox wanders over to the edge and just kind of takes a look down the canyon. From his vantage point, he could see a tower with a walled city around it. That has to be the hub. They're almost there, he says to the group. Hopefully by morning, they'll have reached their destination. Sleep tight, everyone. In the final stretch to the hub, a group of starving bandits runs up to the group and attempts to shake us down. They must think we're innocent travelers by the looks of us. Well, we don't look all that great, so I understand. But more so, actually, in all honesty, this is a group of starving bandits that are basically attempting to kind of rob us, but it's not going to work. I mean, look at our numbers. They have like 5 people. We have like 20 people, and several of them are well trained. When they attempt to talk to us, I'm actually surprised. I haven't actually seen that option for them to actually talk to us rather than just attack us outright. They just demand our food. And in all honesty, they can't take it from us. But Fox is a kind man, and he decides to give them some money because he understands that desperation can lead people to do stupid things, including banditry. He figures that 500 cats is a good starting place. Now, he thought about doing 1,500 cats, but he decided that this group may not even survive long enough to spend that 500 cats, so he believes that's enough. As they head out, the bandits actually seem to follow behind us, which is quite interesting. Wasn't expecting that at all. But as we head down into the canyon, the group splits off and we're on our own. The final stretch to Hub is in our sights. Bracing their face from the dust storm, the group looks upon the city of Hub. Fox believes that their trip here is finally over. The long journey to this location wasn't as dangerous as he thought it would be. In fact, he feels they got way too lucky, though that bit of luck was paid with some unluckiness here. The town of Hub is not a glorious city that he was hoping it would be, where people may stop in and trade freely. Instead, it is a partially ruined town. Most of the buildings have collapsed, the walls are crumbling, and there are no defenses as far as Fox can see. But that's okay. For a while, most of the buildings have collapsed and there are squatters living in most of the buildings. There are still plenty of people which we can talk to and introduce ourselves to. Fox is hoping that once they enter the town, they can find some locals that have some power, and he could talk to them about setting up a true contract between their mining operation they plan on starting up. If they could trade mining supplies such as ore and copper ore for building materials and metal plates, things they can't craft themselves, he believes that everyone will benefit from it, this town and his future town. So as they head in, we're going to leave it off here. When we come back, we will find a suitable location to set up a single building and some storage, so that way we can actually begin our own mining operation. If you guys like this, please do me a huge favor, like and subscribe. I notice that a lot of people that are watching these are not subscribed. I'd really appreciate it if you do. I'm a small channel trying to grow, and the more subscribers, the better. If you like this series, hit that little bell icon. That'll let you know when the new episodes are up. I try to upload Wednesdays and Saturdays around 2 o'clock Central Time. And that'll be all for this time. I hope you guys really enjoyed this series. This has been a really fun series to do, and it's only going to get better from here on out. So enjoy your week. I'll see you next time. Oh, and one last note before you guys go. If any of you want a name added in for one of the characters that we have in the party so far, let me know down in the comments below. If you want a specific race or gender as well, add that in there. And if you want them to play an archetype, such as like a warrior or a ranged character or just a miner, whatever you want, you tell me down below and I'll try and do my best to add it in. Thank you.